Shalom.
Or hear me, I should say. I'm gonna try to talk loud and clear.
Welcome back to the channel.
Yes, welcome, guys. Thanks for tuning in. We got some things to talk about today. As usual, it's just getting crazier and crazier. Um, so I got a question for you that's watching. Are you on code? Are you on point? Are you together?
Are you unified? And who do you unify with? Some people, they may be unified, but they may be unified with the wrong people to unify with.
I know that sounds
They
kind of
may be
confusing.
unified with the opposing team,
It's
unified
a
with their
lot.
adversaries.
Yeah.
So, let's go ahead and play this video. It's from Roland Martin's channel. Wrong approach, wrong tone, wrong message. Roland splinters Obama. And then we're also going to talk about how the Dutch are trying to get rid of African and melanated immigrants, because it's not just African immigrants, it's also Indian immigrants. It's anyone that has just a bit of melanin. They're like, let's get rid of them, because the Europeans, they are on code to not want Africans and melanated people to ever reach a higher tier of life. For the most part, they are. Not all of them, but the vast majority of them, as you can tell by all of the neo-colonization, the modern day neo-colonization in Africa and in these various regions of the world. Because when you travel and you experience Africa and other cultures, you start to realize, oh, y'all still colonizing.
Yeah.
Y'all still doing what you do.
Yeah. And it's a community. It's crazy to say, and I'm pretty sure our people know this. There's a community everywhere else besides in a black community. There's no community for black Americans. But once you travel outside, especially here in Africa, you can go to a village and realize, hey, man, they're very tight. You can go to just say we were in Tonga, and they had a community of Swedish people. Yeah, they had a community of Swedish
Well,
people.
it was not just Swedish. It was British, Swedish, German, Europeans.
For Europeans, put it like that. So it's like, man, when are we going to unite?
The remnant's already united, but the other folks, I don't know what they're doing.
Yeah.
The remnant is already united and doing business with each other, working together. But the rest of the African diaspora and continental Africans, that's the hard question. But it's speeches like this that Obama did that shows why Africans in Africa and the diaspora cannot unify when you say things like this. When you're just rude and condescending like that. I don't know. Leave a comment down below if y'all heard the speech Obama did. I heard it and I'm like, first of all, you're not even a foundational black American, and you have the audacity to talk to grown men, brothers, whose ancestors have been there since the 1700s at least, built the White House, made cell phones, made all these innovations, and it's just the audacity for me. But I'm gonna just play the video. It's the audacity.
But yeah, shalom, guys. Hold on. Somebody said good evening. That's so crazy to think about. It's evening in Seattle, but it's morning here. Good morning. Shalom, peace, family.
Ready?
Yeah.
Has consistently shown disregard, not just for the communities, but for you as a person. And you're thinking about sitting down, and you're coming up with all kinds of reasons and excuses. I've got a problem with that.
All right. So I want to bring in journalist Roland Martin, host of Roland Martin Unfiltered. Roland, thank you so much for coming on with me today to talk about this. First, I want to ask you, what do you think about former President Obama's approach? Because, you've got people on both sides. Some say that they're glad he's saying the quiet part out loud, that, for many people, he says, basically, if you're not going, is it misogyny? But there are other people who say that, that tone isn't what's going to help get that support of black men.
Wrong approach, wrong tone, wrong message. This is the reality of the data. In 2008, Obama got 95% of black male vote. Republicans got 5%. In 2012, Obama got 87, the GOP got 11. That was 2 men. Now, the number goes up in 2016, where 13 points go to the Republican. And then, of course, then you go to 2020, it's around 18. Now, here's the problem here. Obama lost 6 points. And so it's not misogyny if you had 2 men who are running. So what's going on here? And that is, you have the Democrats, many of these Democratic white strategists have not crafted a black male-specific strategy. What I mean by that is, since the Civil Rights Movement, African Americans less self-identify as Democrats. So the younger you go, so 55 plus, more self-identified. The younger you go, less self-identified, which means Democrats have to work harder, spend more resources, communicate with voters today, because they're also choosing the couch. Now, Janae, here's the other thing. A lot of these polls you're seeing grossly underrepresenting African Americans. I've had on my show 8 to 10 black-only polling from Black Voter Project, from Black Pact, Higher Heights, and other groups, and in none of these polls are you seeing 20%. So I don't think he gets 20%.
So, I can just rant on and on that topic. What do you think of that?
I think it's silly. I don't know. I think all that is just, especially Obama, and when he be like, oh, making all these excuses to sit out. Like when people start talking about voting for me, it's just like I'm not even listening. So it's like it's crazy to even try to listen to that. But I kind of get what a lot of stuff is happening, especially just growing and understanding and just gaining the knowledge about politics and Democrats and Republicans and the presidents and stuff. So I don't like to speak about this. You know that.
I think it's extremely foolish. I think that
It
it's
is
very
foolish. It's definitely foolish.
Pharaoh-like. I think it's very arrogant, super, super arrogant, because one, you're talking to a nation of people, foundational Black Americans, who have been in America longer than any other minority group, who built the White House, made cell phones, made washers and dryers, did all these innovations, and he just comes off at the baseline as extremely disrespectful to this group of brothers. And by the way, he knows cameras are rolling, so he's showing you he wants to disrespect Black American men on an international stage. And now this brother Obama, he's Kenyan and he has a Jewish mother, and so the man ain't even fully Black. We can start there. Number two, the man's Kenyan. You're not even a foundational Black American. No shade towards our East African brothers and sisters. But let's be real, you don't truly understand the plight of foundational Black Americans. And then the audacity to be that prideful. And so you see why Roland Martin would say that. You see why brothers and sisters are voting Trump. If they feel like that's going to help them, then let that be. Y'all know we don't vote. We're neither Democrat nor Republican. But these are grown human people that can make decisions for themselves. So it was just extremely condescending. And that is why Obama he stopped getting as many votes as he did in 2008. People are waking up. Like, just because you got blackface doesn't mean we are the same people. We are not one and the same.
Yeah.
We are not one and the same.
Yeah.
Just because you can prance around somebody, by the way, the vice president, she's not fully Black. Let's just be real. So you prance around these watered down people and then say, well, you need to only listen to us because we got a little bit of melanin in our skin.
Well,
And that's not enough.
It goes, I want to say it goes to the next topic that we're going to talk about. But if you look at the history and Obama's family and the presidents before Obama, they're all related. So this is just it's a game. So that's why it's hard for me to wrap my head around it. Like every time you try to talk about it, it's like, man, this is just, we just gotta see it play out. We really gotta see it play out because it's so much that they just play with and just try to really. It's a whole family that's doing this.
Yeah.
Just from the beginning. So
A family.
It's hard to say anything about it because they gonna say this, they gonna say that, and bring this person here, this person there. So I think Trump, isn't he like he just got nominated for being a knight or something, right?
I don't know.
We
Maybe
saw a
so.
video like that. Let me know if you
He's
guys
a
know
part
what I'm
of the
talking
Knights
about.
Templar or
Yeah,
something?
yeah. So this guy's Trump is a knight.
Look at us voting for knights and watered down.
And then
Oh,
Kamala,
gosh.
she's what? I don't know.
You don't
That's
know?
hard. That's hard to.
She's Hindu.
So is she connected with the family of the presidencies, or is Trump?
Probably both. You
So
know,
that's-
you're not really choosing.
That's what really goes in my head. I'm like, if Obama was connected with the whole president
monarchy.
line, yeah, who's gonna be? So they don't want
Because his
Trump
mom's
in.
Jewish.
They don't want Trump in, so they probably want Kamala in because she's probably connected.
And she's married to a Jewish man, by the way. Like, let's be really, and this is why we have to be on code. Our community, Africans, wake up. Africans born in Africa, Africans born outside of Africa, wake up. We are the only ones that are not on code. Now we're gonna play the next video because I'm gonna start ranting if I start talking. We're gonna play the next video. This is from Born in Africa, but it's spelled BJ, like BJ Born in Africa with a K.
Somebody and I saw that too. So they really try and kill Trump. So that tells me like
He had a third assassination attempt today.
Somebody got pulled over with some weapons and stuff, and he got out on bail like 5,000 whatever. But yeah, they really try and take Trump out because
This is so ghetto.
it's a lot that's happening
so-
behind the scenes, and
Oh gosh.
you know I think Trump's trying to stop it. So that's why it's hard for me to talk about it because you know people are gonna be like, yeah. Go ahead, play the video.
I didn't know that. That just shocked me. I'm
Yeah,
just like,
third
wow.
time.
And it's the election's in 2 weeks.
Yeah, so for me, I wouldn't be surprised if Trump win the election and then
If he makes it, they try and take that man out.
and
quickly.
then something happens like that. So Kamala has to be president, or it's just no election at all.
This is just, it's too much. So on to the next topic, y'all. They're trying to kick our people. And when I say this, I want to be very detailed because the media pushes it as if it's just Africans that they're doing this to, but it's not. It's Africans, Indians, anybody, if you are melanated at all, South Americans, if you have melanin in your skin and you are caught in UK, Sweden, Netherlands, they want y'all out quick as possible. And this is why we tell our people, Africans born in Africa, Africans in America, they went through the transatlantic slave trade. Africans, if you're in Dubai, wherever you are. Africa's the last frontier for black folks, period. It's the last frontier. It's the only safe space that you have on the planet Earth because people look like you. The vast majority of people look like you and are African people. Descendants of slaves, descendants of the oppressed on the earth. Those are the people that you want to be around because, you know, these nations, whether you call them Esau, whether you call them Japheth, whether you call them whatever you call them, they are on code because it goes back to what you said about when we lived in Tonga. It's basically the same thing. They would have their own little city in an African nation, a white-only city.
Look.
We drove through the white-only city like,
This is
what is
happened.
this?
A quick story real quick. This is funny. So we went to go look at a house in this neighborhood, and it was this European lady showing us a house because she was connected in a neighborhood or just in a town, put it like that. So she was showing us this house. She said, oh yeah, there's a house right here. The owner, he stays in Dar es Salaam, but we can ask the neighbor down. I don't know the neighbor. So the neighbor was coming out, pulling out. And then they just act like they didn't know each other. They're just like, oh, hi, how are you? It was just like it's like now that we know, they was on code. They was on code looking at each other like, don't like, you don't know me. So they was like, oh, do you want to exchange numbers? And he was like, oh, I already got your number. It was just like, these people. Funny, but they be on code.
They be on code, man. And remember, we told y'all that was in Tonga, Tanzania. Now, you would have the Swedish, the Germans, the Switzers, and British all on this one British estate in this small town. Now, I want you to listen to this next video because they were on code. Now, you're going to see how much further they're on code. Wherever you find Europeans, they're always on code. They're always on code. What's their code? Protect people that are from the same stock as me. Don't matter if you're British, German, Swedish, that's fine. They all know they're from the same stock. They all know their cousins. So they're going to be on code with their cousins, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and play the video. Netherlands migration clampdown will affect Caribbean and African immigrants, but I also want to state this is going to affect more than those immigrants. It's going to be if you have melanated skin also.
Back to my channel. The Netherlands is clamping down on immigration, and this will affect Caribbean and African immigrants, my friends. Yes, the Netherlands has a new government, a new radical far-right government, and this government is getting rid of immigrants there in the Netherlands, and it's a sweeping change throughout Europe. They're becoming more nationalistic, and they are focusing on their own people. Listen to this clip.
There's a wave of change going through Europe, and I feel like we have something similar going on here. So yeah, I'm a bit optimistic actually about all of the current events in the Netherlands and in Europe in general. Is it surprising, or did you see this coming? I mean, it's a little late, I would say, for my liking, but I guess I saw it coming in the sense that, you know, things were not going well over in Europe. You know, the open border policies of the European Union, people are unhappy and have been unhappy for a long time. So it's been a long time coming, but the fact that now...
Ava, don't bury the lead.
Ooh.
The latest news out of the Netherlands, the new government, what did they just announce regarding the migrant policies of the European Union?
Yes, so the Dutch parliament actually voted in favor of motion to start opting out of the EU's migration policies.
They're shutting down the migrant parties.
It's
The
massive.
new policies, the new party that's in charge of the government has voted to start shutting down the mass migration open border policies right home in Netherlands. That's thanks to Ava's work, your wielders, so many patriots, and nationalists, because this movement, I call it MAGA worldwide, it's MAGA world peace. We are taking back the entire planet. We've got Milei down in
We're taking the
Argentina.
entire
We've
planet.
got your wielder and the nationalists in
I guess the entire
Amsterdam,
planet belongs to them.
Argentina, Amsterdam. It's going worldwide, and it all culminates here in just 10 months' time with the third election of Donald J. Trump.
There's a wind of change.
You hear that clip, my friends? I told you, there are Europeans all around the world. These are some Europeans in America on a far-right American news channel. And they are applauding what is happening in the Netherlands because they say they have to take over the planet. They have to get back the planet pure, and
So, I don't know if is anybody awake. I mean, it's like 1600 all over again. But this time, y'all were an advantage because we know how the play-by-play goes, especially those of us, black folks from America, from South America. We know how the play-by-play goes. We see the end from the beginning now because our ancestors done went through this. So now that we have a second chance to do things rightly, what are we going to do as a people? We need to be on code. You need to know, you know. As an African, when your African diaspora come into your country, you need to be on code. And if there's African countries that aren't on code, that the colonizers are ruling, be on code. Let the other Africans know, hey, this country not really on code right now. You might want to bypass there and go somewhere else that's actually on code. Because this stuff ain't a joke. When you have these black faces like Obama and Kamala with white European interests to slaughter your legacy, to slaughter your children, your nieces and nephews, because they're mad because their populations are dying. That's what that is. He said they want to take over the whole world, make America great again, is going worldwide because they want Donald Trump. And like you said, he just became the Knight Templar, whatever. He's their new knight. So they're like, yes, save the day, Knight. Make white great again. That's what MAGA is. Make America great again.
Yeah. It's man. We say it all the time. I think melanated people should be in Africa, because everybody gonna return to their homelands, and it's that simple.
By choice or force. It might be easier just to choose the right decision.
Like we gotta start. Us as a people gotta shift our mindset as kingdom citizens. As saving's not gonna make you rich. You got to start really investing and seeing, projecting, hey, 2 years in advance, 5 years in advance, and understanding like where this world is heading. It's like, and who's on the top of the world now, and what's falling, and what's gaining, like really. And it's like, man, we really got to be on code like that. So that's why we come on here and like tell you guys, like, man, it's time to get out of there. Like we see it since what? 2012 kind of, man, but it really hit 2020, 2021, 2022. So it's like, man, just that whole place over there, America, Europe, UK, wherever, Australia, just everywhere. It's like, man, it's a lot of stuff that's falling. It's a lot of stuff that's prophesying right in front of our eyes, and we got to realize this is real. This is not a game. We are becoming the head, and it's very simple.
Yep. But
So
you gotta be on the
in
right
position.
side.
You gotta be in position. You gotta be on the right side. You gotta do your research. Really, just do your research about all this stuff that's happening, because it's a bigger picture than what we're talking about. It's a bigger picture than what he was talking about. Like really,
Right.
it's a bigger picture than what Obama was talking about.
Right.
Like,
You gotta read between the lines. You
Yeah.
gotta listen and discern what they're not saying. Yes, I hear what you're saying, but what are you not saying? What do you really mean when you say things like this, Obama?
exactly. Like, what
Why are you
really
talking?
saying?
Why are you speaking to brothers like this, Obama? What are you trying to say? What
And
are you
it's,
trying to say, Netherlands, UK, and Sweden?
yeah, and it's gonna be a remnant. It's gonna be a remnant. So just always keep that in your mind. It's gonna be a remnant. Like really. I really don't know what to say. It's very simple. As we always say, it's gonna be a remnant of people that's gonna get it, and there's gonna be a lot of people that's not gonna get it.
Ooh, even in Africa. Because when the prophecy goes out and the Most High literally says 2/3 of my people won't make it, he means worldwide. 2/3 of Jacob's descendants will not make it. Now, Yah promised Abraham that his descendants would be as the sands of the sea. That was the whole covenant right there. I'm going to make you a nation that's so great, you're going to be the father of many nations. They're going to be as the sands of the sea, but I'm only going to return a remnant back to me. That's 67% that does not make it. And I'm going to say that a lot of it is going to be because they can't let go of Caesar Borgia and their white idols. And so you want to have all of these white puppets and all these people. You want to be in bed with these people. And it's like, have at it. The remnant, the few countries in Africa that aren't on board with that, that's really trying to stand up, cough, cough, West Africa. Cough, cough, South Africa, certain countries in South Africa that are like, no, I'm not standing for this. Get out of my country. No, I'm not dealing with this. You already oppressed my people long enough, brought my people over here as slaves, some of these African islands. And now you want me to continue to be under your regime? No, you can get out. You can leave. And if that's the on code that you need to look at when you're moving to Africa. Let me live in a country that's on code like that. Let me invest in a country that's on code like that instead of playing European mind games. Because you're going to get a European tail and not the head reward at the end of it. That's what's going to happen. Because the curse is flipping.
Yeah.
He says, I'll curse those who curse you and bless those who bless you. And in you, all the nations of the earth will be blessed.
Right. In 1 hour, Babylon will fall.
Babylon is the entire European world system. Look at the Catholic Church. Just look at history. Let's be real. We were listening to Seven Trumpets Prepper the other day. A Gentile, he also believes, the same way we believe. And it was interesting how he said that he believes that the end of this world, the beast system, is the European Union, the Catholic Church. Some people think it's BRICS, but I was like, no, I gotta agree with him on this one because it doesn't align with prophecy. Everything has to align. If the destruction and abomination of desolation that Daniel spoke about was started way back then with Roman rulership, it will continue that way. Those 10 heads and those horns. All these France, Germany, Great Britain, Swedish, Belgium, all them folks, all of them, except Russia. They may still be around. But the way he broke it down and the United Nations, what their plan is, if y'all haven't looked at the United Nations plan for 2025 and 2030, you're going to be deeply disturbed. And you start talking about this stuff, they censor the channel, that's fine. But if y'all better be on code, people looking at BRICS like they're the ones doing everything wrong. It's like, are we really being bamboozled by Europeans again? Let's not be bamboozled again. Let's not be bamboozled.
It's a big play. Like they got a script for everything. And we can't keep following that script. We can't just keep falling back into La La Land. Like we always gotta kind of second guess of what they say and read between the lines. Just like we was talking about, read between the lines of what they talking about, because it's a lot that's about to happen. Next year, next 2 years, I don't know how long. Next month, next couple months.
Next 2 weeks.
Yeah.
The election's next 2 weeks.
It's gonna be a lot that's about to happen, but you gotta really hold on to the Most High and His Word and really have that foundation, because I know, you gotta have that foundation of the Word. Like it's very simple, but it's very difficult for some people to understand, because some people in church still have that foundation of the Word, and they can still rebuke demons in Jesus' name because they have that foundation. So you really gotta be careful in these last days of what's to come, and you gotta be strong. You gotta be super strong.
Yeah, you definitely gotta know it's coming, because and you gotta be on the right side, because if you believe in the wrong prophecy, you're going to go in a wrong way. Like if you believe in the wrong thing, then all your decisions, everything you're gonna do is gonna be based on that wrong thing, right? This is why it's so important to understand what's written in Revelations, understand who started the beast system, because if you're of some different false belief, if you're somebody that believes the promised land is in America or even the Middle East, if you're somebody that believes that BRICS is the Antichrist and not the European Union and the UN, like they've been orchestrating, because they've been meticulously orchestrating this from very long ago, from when Yahushua was on earth.
Rapture.
If you believe in the rapture,
Yeah.
then you're just going to be sitting like, all right, I'm about to be raptured. And it's like, no, you're not about to be raptured. So you're going to make decisions that are wrong. So you really need to sit and study and show yourself approved. Somebody studies the Bible and divides it rightly, not just listening to everything you hear. And when you start to travel, you get that confidence, so you can really understand and see the things that are going on and apply scripture and prophecy to the real world, so you can clearly see it laid out. Because when you only stay in one place, when you're not well traveled and well cultured, then you just don't know what's out there. You just don't know. And you're going off your very minimal things that you know from you only staying in America or Canada or Great Britain. You're going off your very minimal knowledge that you have and feeding into the propaganda and agendas that are fooling you. Of course they want you to think, oh, look at China, don't look at us. Go look at what's wrong in Africa. Don't look at what we're doing. But I think after 100 years or so, we should be enough on code and caring about African melanated people just to be able to say from the get-go, I'm automatically not going to trust anything that a European is saying. No hard feelings, but I automatically just don't trust you off the bat. You're gonna have to prove yourself. So anything you tell me, I know you play psychological mind games. I'm gonna take what you say with a grain of salt. You want me to go see everything that's wrong with Africa? Why do you want me to do that? So everybody will be scared to go to Africa and everybody will stay in America? That's foolish. That's mind control. You get controlled and they don't even have to put any weapons to your face. They don't have to do anything. They just give you a type of propaganda to make you think the way they want you to think. And so you opted in for it by yourself, you know. Then you have Elon Musk and his new robots out. Can you pull that up? Why the robot had a black face though?
It comes down to a choice too.
Blackface robot.
It comes down to a choice.
Let's see if I can find it.
Because you have the choice to just get out of there, like really. The Most High will provide and make a way. It's a choice to step out on faith and really step with it and just increase it. Or there's a choice where, you know, you can just stay there and
be
just
with
have
the robots.
that. Yeah, just be with the robots. And fight the robots like Will Smith.
That's really what it's coming down to, y'all. Like, we're in 2024. Look, I'm gonna play this video real quick. It's from Instagram.
Robot with wheels. And we've made a lot of progress. But fundamentally, at scale, the Optimus robot, you should be able to buy an Optimus robot for, I think, probably $20,000 to $30,000 like that. So, and what can it do? It'll do anything you want. So it can be a teacher, babysit your kids. It can walk your dog, mow your lawn, get the groceries, just be your friend, serve drinks. Whatever you can think of, it will do. And yeah, it's gonna be awesome. I think this will be the biggest product ever of any kind. A robot with arms and legs instead of a robot.
He said, it can be your friend, you lazy. You don't need humans, just buy my $20,000 robot.
You can be a babysitter. Man, this world is changing pretty fast. It's changing super fast. So you gotta be on the right side. You gotta be on the right side of the world.
Now that leaves me speechless. Like, and Americans, you know, will still be saying, well, you know, America and Europe are not the Antichrist. If that robot ain't the Antichrist, I don't know what else to tell you. I don't know, for real, I don't know what else to. The image and likeness of the beast, you got a walking robot imitating the divinity of the Most High's creation. I don't know if people still understand spiritual warfare, because Lucifer loves to mimic the Most High.
Yeah.
Wasn't that his issue? He's like, oh, you made me so beautiful, Most High, but I think I'm better than you. I want everybody to worship me. Oh, let me go create some stuff in my likeness. You made humans in your likeness. Let me go make some stuff in my likeness. Now, isn't that functioning like an Antichrist right there? And people are going to have that in their homes. It's going to be a little wild, because whenever people, black people, stay in America, you know, they start getting watered down. They get watered down with the robot Kool-Aid. You know, you may not want it right now, but in 5 years, you're going to be like, oh, well, the robots, they're actually pretty nice, and they have black skin. They're black skin robots, so they're actually pretty good. And I just paid $20,000.
It's an investment. It's only $30,000.
Oh gosh.
Man, these jobs about to eat that up.
Oh, y'all better leave. You
Your
better
job's
leave
gonna
the
get-
West fast.
Yeah.
Humans gonna be obsolete.
And I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of, you know, wealthy people already got some robots, you know.
The robot cooking your food. Why?
Because he used the right ingredients, the exact amount that he needs.
You know, this
It's
really
crazy,
enrages me as a daughter of the Most High, because being someone that can discern and understand just simple human things, and it's just crazy I have to say this. It's crazy that you would live in a society as a human where you're made in the image of Yah, but you want to destroy the image for a robot? You want to sell out your birthright for a robot? For a robot. And say, oh, this robot's smarter than me. Let me ask this robot every day what I should do, ChatGPT. What should I do today? Don't you have divinity in your brain that the Most High downloaded? Unless you don't. Me personally, I do. He does. Our children do. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe y'all a different type of human that didn't receive that divinity or something. Why do you want to replace the Most High's creation? This enrages me. This is an issue. Why? And this is why in the Bible the Most High says, you know what, this is why I'm going to destroy 2/3 of the earth, because these people are foolish. Why? Why? I'm going to keep saying it. Why? Somebody please answer me and let me know. Why do you want to replace yourself with a robot? Man created robots. So by default, you have to be smarter than the robot. Oh, but they're centennial. Great. You're supposed to have the spirit of the Most High. I don't care if they centennial, bicentennial, annual centennial. I don't care about none of that. You were created in the image of the one true Yah, who knows the end from the beginning. Now, people who understand prophecy, people that speak to the Most High closely, that receive dreams and visions and power from him, they would never pimp that out for a robot. They would never do it because they have the real power. But we're quickly going to see who are the people that really believe and who doesn't. Because if you got this robot cooking in your kitchen and watching your children, I don't know what to tell you. If you asking a robot every day, okay, what do you think I should do today? You're going to make your brain decay. People already have Alzheimer's when they reach 80 and 90. Now this is going to be increased because you don't want to use your brain. That's called lazy. That's foolish. But yeah, that's it for this video, y'all. That just irritated my soul because that's crazy. But y'all, like, share, comment, subscribe if you'd like to stand up for humanity. Because I don't know. At this rate, it's like, if you'd like to stand up for humans the way that the Most High created them in his image, like, share, comment, and subscribe.
Yeah, guys. Yeah. It's a lot that's happening. It's a lot that's going to happen. And I wouldn't be surprised if they started cleaning up after hurricanes. You know, the robots start helping humanity like that.
Yeah,
so
maybe next week.
Yeah, I'm telling you. They got a plan for everything, so, you know, but the master planner is the Most High Yah, so just know what's coming is not going to be good for the Western nations. So just get out of there, you know, stay safe, be wise, increase in the Most High's word, and just allow him to lead you, because if you don't allow him to lead you, the robot's probably going to lead you. So yeah, we appreciate you guys for tuning in. We might do another live later. We will see. So stay tuned. You know, make sure you like the video, share, comment, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't. So, shalom.
Shalom.
Peace.